the truth is based off this law. This is how we understand who we are as a people,
right?
Who they are as a people, and how we've been deceived as a people, and the direction we need to go as an ethnic group of people. We need to stop killing each other, stop robbing from each other, stop committing adultery, stop sleeping with each other's wives. Everything that God told us not to do. If we started practicing these things, we would be a harmonious nation, but we rebel against the Most High God and His words, so now we're condemned.
Right.
And because we have bad people and authority above us that teach us to practice the same ignorant customs that God has condemned before, we're still in this captivity.
Bring it out.
You have a question? We're teaching the Bible. You believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe in Easter?
Easter?
Easter. The thing they celebrated tomorrow, Easter Sunday.
As far as how do you celebrate it?
Do you think it should be celebrated?
All right with it.
Do you know the Bible condemns that? So if a person wants to be are you a Christian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you're a Christian and you want to serve the God of the Bible, right?
Serve Jesus Christ.
Is Jesus God?
Yes, He is.
Is He the God of the Bible?
He's the Son of God. Yes, He is.
So He's the God of the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so under your understanding, the God of the Bible, if you want to serve the God of the Bible, and He says, don't do this, and you do it, then you're being sinful, you're disobeying Him.
Oh, we have that freedom, right?
No.
We have free will.
So you're saying that the Messiah came to teach you how to do wickedness?
No, He didn't teach us that.
So then He taught you how to be obedient.
Exactly.
Okay, so what did He say to obey?
Huh?
What did He say? What's the law?
Love one another.
Is that the only law? Give me.
That's probably the best. That's
Give me
where it starts,
what is it?
right?
Leviticus 19:18. Is it
Well,
Leviticus
look at the New
19:18
Testament. Look at
or
the New
Deuteronomy? You know,
I understand the old law as it was before Christ, but Christ came to fulfill
it's
that
one
law.
That is a misconception that people teach that He came to fulfill the law. I can read things in the law that hasn't been fulfilled. Let me get Numbers 24. If I show you something in the law that has not been fulfilled, then you have a problem with your
Okay, I know.
Okay.
I know what I believe.
We're gonna read it. Can you tell me this happened?
I'm very peaceful with what I believe.
Fine. We're gonna read a Bible passage that you believe in, and you just tell me in your understanding, according to your theology, if this happened.
What's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of me telling you?
I just need to know if
We're not here to argue,
because
right?
you said He fulfilled everything in the law.
Yeah, that's what He said.
Okay,
yes.
so Numbers is the law.
Christ said that. What did
Numbers
Christ say in the New
counts as the
Testament?
law. So read Numbers 24. I'm gonna say
what did
15.
Christ say in the New Testament?
Give me Acts.
This is the book of Numbers.
We're gonna read what the Bible
I
says.
understand.
Okay.
I know what it says.
Chapter 24. You said verse 19?
Balaam prophecy.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Is it what is it? 15?
I'll tell you right now.
What's all looking for?
24.
And 15?
Come.
Verse 15. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said which heard the words of God.
So Balaam's getting a prophecy, right? Old Testament. He's getting a prophecy from God. A prophecy sign that's gonna happen in the future, correct?
Prophecy is to proclaim the truth.
So in 3,500 years ago, Balaam was given a prophecy of something that's gonna happen in the future.
He didn't know it was going to happen.
Right. So it has to be fulfilled then, because God's given it to him. Read.
And knew the knowledge of the Most High,
So God gave him knowledge of the Most High. Read.
which saw the vision of the Almighty,
So let's see what the vision is. Read.
falling into a trance, but having his eyes open, I shall see him, but not now.
Him in context is the Messiah. He's gonna see the Messiah, but not now. Read.
I shall behold him, but not nigh.
He's gonna behold the Messiah, but not at this moment. Read. That means it's a future prophecy. Read.
There shall come a star out of Jacob.
Jacob, Israel, right? So a star, right? A bright light. The light. Who's the light? The Messiah.
Christ.
Read.
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
A scepter, a staff of rulership, right? Who's the staff? Who's the ruler?
Jesus Christ is
Read.
the ruler.
Okay, good.
And shall smite the corners of Moab.
You just said this was Jesus Christ. Did he smite the corners of Moab in his lifetime? In the gospel, can we read about him smiting the corners of Moab?
What
Read.
is it?
Read.
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab,
Keep reading.
and destroy all the children of Sheth.
Did the Messiah come and destroy the children of Seth? Did he fulfill this? Keep reading.
And Edom
And Edom, read.
shall be a possession.
Did the Messiah put the nation of Edom in a possession? Read.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly.
That's right.
Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
So he's saying that this, you just said that this is the Messiah. So I said he's going to put the children of Edom as possession, destroy the children of Sheth, and destroy all them that remain in the city. Did that happen? Was that fulfilled?
So it may be fulfilled in the future. We don't know.
So then, was this
We don't
fulfilled
know.
in the time of the gospel?
No.
Okay, so then all has been fulfilled. Read what you got?
That's right.
Yeah. No, read it. Read.
Perfect.
right.
The book of Acts, chapter 3,
Acts.
verse 18.
New Testament, after the death, burial, and resurrection, read.
But those things which God before had showed by the mouth of all his prophets,
Right? Talking about the Messiah, the things prophesied about the Messiah, read.
that Christ should suffer, he
Huh?
hath so fulfilled.
That's what was fulfilled, the suffering. Because we just read something that wasn't fulfilled. So your logic and your theology is off.
That's
It doesn't
right.
say this is not going to happen in the future,
And what
right?
I'm saying to you in the gospel, there's no account of him destroying all the children of anybody.
He didn't come to destroy the children.
It just, you just said
Yeah.
that this was the Messiah, and then I just showed you the further text, and it showed that he's going to destroy people.
Well, it's going to happen.
Okay,
at
so
the
then
end,
that
right?
hasn't been fulfilled.
Not yet.
Okay, so then all hasn't been fulfilled. That's what I'm telling you. You don't understand your
But he's
theology.
still here.
What I'm
I mean,
saying,
he still
you-
is.
we just read what was actually fulfilled. You said the law doesn't have to be applied because all has been fulfilled, and I'm showing you the flaw in your logic.
All right. Thanks.
So let me get
For showing me I'm wrong.
Revelations 22:14. Let's
gotta head
read
out.
the last chapter of the Bible. One verse.
I gotta head out.
One last verse. You're a Christian, right? One last verse. Let's read the last chapter of the Bible.
Bring
We're
it
gonna
out.
read one verse. You believe in the Bible, right?
Let 'em
I
go.
know you can't accept the Bible. Read. Read.
Verse.
Edify these sisters.
14.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14.
Hey,
Blessed are they that do his commandments,
So blessed are the people that do the commandments of God. Read.
that they may have right to the tree of life.
Bring it out.
And may enter in through the gates of the city.
Let me get 12 and 14. It's like 14, 12.
you had a question, sister?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'll reiterate what we're talking about, right? So we're teaching people that the Christian Catholic Church is teaching things that are not according to the Bible. The Bible tells you exactly what it is, but they're over here changing words and changing the message of the Bible, right? So tomorrow, everybody's about to celebrate Easter, but the Bible condemned that holiday. Easter is not part of the Bible. It has nothing to do with God.
Bring it out.
But the Christian and Catholic Church perpetuate this as it is part of God. So we just read it straight out the Bible, and we're teaching the people what the Bible actually says and not perpetuating their lives. You got a question?
You said First Corinthians.
Come, if you got a question, step up. So when we're
Are you
talking-
doing the?
if you have a question, step up. So back to my sister,
I
right?
mean, no
So
question.
when we're teaching people is
Are you
that
talking about the First Amendment or the Second Amendment?
you're talking about American Constitution is testament, not amendment, first of all. Okay, so you might want to get familiar before you get into the discussion.
Hey,
Get your boyfriend
hey.
to have a discussion with me. I'm not gonna have a discussion with you. I'm talking to my sister right now. You can wait your turn. So sister, right? So we're teaching people, right?
Bring it out.
Let me get Acts 13
My
and 1.
question is,
You're very rude. I'm talking to her, and I'm talking to my beloved sister, and I'm saying
in kindergarten for
it doesn't matter.
7 years.
You're very rude. I'm having a discussion with a lady
rude?
here. I'm having a discussion with this lady, and you're talking.
I'm
and I'm
sorry
saying,
for
wait your turn.
interrupting. I
Thank
didn't
you.
interrupt.
Thank you. And you're apologetic because you do where you're rudeness. Now I'm talking to my sister. Let me just show you how
You're
the people.
retarded. I'm sorry.
Right,
You're
you
dumb.
called it the two amendments,
You're
right?
dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb.
The two amendments, right? Cool. Anyway, sister, this is the devil when we're preaching to our sisters, that's when they want to come up and cause division, right? That's why I'm trying to ignoring them. I already understand what they're up to. They're not in sincerity asking questions. You're there sincere because you're sitting there listening. So I'm actually going to teach you, right? If she's... Let me get Acts 13:1. So we're all familiar with the derogatory term given to our people here, right? Stand with, right? Okay, do you know that word's in the Bible? So we're going to read that verse and we're going to break down what that verse is actually teaching. Read.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now, there were in the church that was at Antioch
Okay, read.
certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
So these are the teachers, right? And this is after the death, burial, and resurrection of the Messiah, right? These are his disciples going out and teaching his ministry, right? So in Acts 13:1, they're listing his disciples, and let's see what they call his disciples. Read.
That was called nigger.
What were the disciples called?
Called nigger.
So the blacks were the disciples of the Messiah from the beginning. This is the same Simeon that helped the Messiah carry the cross. But they don't teach us this. if you watch a Hollywood film of it, it's going to be a white man carrying the cross of the Messiah. But the Bible just called him a black man. So they're purposely perpetuating lies and using their cinema and movies to keep that lie going. But when you just actually sit down and read the actual word, you realize that they're teaching nothing but lies, right? For example, they teach us to worship God. You got to celebrate Christmas every year, right? In honor of Christ, right? Let me get Jeremiah 10. So we're going to show you that the Bible actually condemns that holiday as well. That was a Babylonian holiday. No, we're the children of the Bible. Children of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Pretty much the people, the Messiah came down in Jerusalem. We're the descendants. You're the descendants of the same people. We're all the... Right. So what we're teaching is the ministry and the message the Messiah actually came. We're actually dealing with that. So the best way to probably understand it would be first century Christianity. The way, like, as soon as the Messiah died, that's what we preach. This is what we're doing. Right. So what the Christian and Catholic Church does is something totally irrelevant to the Bible. Christmas, you will never find the word Christmas in the Bible. It doesn't exist. The word Easter shows up one time in the Bible, but that's not the actual word that's there. When we dig into the actual manuscripts, the person who authored that, he put the word Passover. The Christian and Catholic Church changed to Easter so we can practice their pagan holidays with them. Because if they didn't put that word Easter in there, we never would have practiced it. So they had to put it into the Bible to deceive us. But what we're teaching people is like, that's not the word that's there. We're actually supposed to celebrate Easter in honor of God, not Passover and not Christmas. Read what you got?
Hold on, let me say something real quick. What we out here teaching, that the so-called black people here in America, the black, the Hispanics, and the Native American Indian people, we are the real Jews or the real Israelites according to the Bible. And all the promises in the Bible pertain to us. This Bible is our Bible. This is our book. This Bible don't belong to no other people but us. But somehow they get this book to the other peoples to teach, like Joel Osteen. He shouldn't even be teaching the Bible. The Bible condemns him. So he shouldn't even be teaching the Bible. The Bible is all talking about all black and Hispanic people from Genesis all the way to Revelation. But we don't know that because we the chosen people of God, not the people in Israel that's saying they the real Jews. The real Jews is here in America. That's what we teaching. So what we trying to do, we trying to wake up black and Hispanic people and tell them, you're not African American, because what is African American? That's two white men, right? Two navigators, Leo Scipio Africanus and America Vespucci. So why we call ourselves after two white men? We can't explain why we call it that because that's what they call us. But they don't want to tell you that in the Bible you're the real Jew. But go ahead, brother.
More importantly, bring it out. God called you, right? And according to the Bible, God called you the daughters of Zion, the children of Israel. When Moses parted the Red Sea, right, and those people walked through the Red Sea with Moses, right? You familiar with the story in Exodus? They look like us. It wasn't a whole bunch of white people walking through. How did white people survive in the deserts of Egypt for 200, 400 years with no sunblock, no covering, and working and building pyramids? If you put them in the sun right now, they're gonna fry. Right. Their skin is gonna sizzle. But you're telling me, and this is here in America with sunblock, you're telling me in the middle of the desert, they built temples for 400 years? They lived there and they didn't turn dark? They were lily white. But people today in that region aren't lily white.
Thank you.
That doesn't make sense.
I understand.
The reason they have wars in the Middle East today is because the people that are there, they know we're the children of Israel. They know the original Israelites were dark-skinned people.
That's right.
So what happens is when the Europeans came and tried to take the land, they were like, we're not going to give you this land. You're not even the people that's supposed to be living here. And that's why they have problems in the Middle East today.
Bring it out.
Because the Europeans want to take that land, and the people that are there, it's neither one of their lands, it's our land, to be honest, right? But they're fighting over land that's neither one of theirs. One took it after we left, and one came within the last 7 years to try to stake claim to something that had nothing to do with them. Really, that's our homeland.
I thank you for the message.